All right. All right. So, I think I'm live now. All right. Very good. Very good. I want to go over quite a few coins. We're kind of in a really weird situation with Bitcoin in the sense that it's wanting to stay in this range rather than show bearish signs or bullish signs. But Cryo Wars is a token that I was in. I sadly sold out too quickly. I was actually waiting for this Elliott wave count 5 hit, and then I thought we would retrace like a really big retrace, but that didn't happen, and we ended up pumping again. So my guess is that this is wave 1, this is wave 2, this is wave 3, and wave 3 just ended. So I mentioned in my Discord I would be selling at 2.97, and like very likely it's going to come down to either the 382 or the point 0.5, which wave 4 should never go below wave 1, should never touch wave 1, and so this should be the case if we're in a Elliott wave count. So I would very much expect this to come down to either here or here. If you sold, you could just rebuy here and then continue for wave 5. That would be my guess, but I could be wrong, right? I have no idea. Obviously you change the chart and it could be like, oh, this is wave 1, then there's a wave 2. Could very much be that way as well, but from my guess of this, this is a wave within a bigger wave. And so this correction was probably more like a ABC type correction. But yeah, you can see we're pretty much rejecting off right there, and that's that. If we take a quick look at Bitcoin, really it's just continuing to trade in the range, right? And this range right here is where it's trading. Value area low is right here. Value high is right there. This is going to be a really strong monthly level of resistance. And that's where I'm just going to see what happens when we come there, right? We need to see what happens, how Bitcoin either rejects off of this or pumps past it, or it breaks this and stays broken under. I actually remain bullish as long as we don't come back and like retest this. If we do something like this, right, I'm gonna feel very like sure that we're gonna hit the 54 level and then next the 52 level. But I actually think we're gonna do something more like stay in this range, maybe tap this again, come back down, tap it again, and then maybe break. I'm not sure. Sand. Look, this token has run so much that it's just like, jeez. It's like it doesn't stop either, which is just wild to me. I actually sold right here, literally at 7.24, and I saw it come down, and I thought it would come down from there, but it just kept pumping again. Like, I don't even know what to say, but other than that, like, you should definitely learn to take profits on this, because, and that doesn't mean you sell at your whole position, right? Maybe that means you sell X amount. For me, like I bought down at 0.7 and I just fully exited at 3. I could have like rebought back in, but it just didn't occur to me to do that. So that's going to be my strategy going forward. For example, with Scallop. Like I actually like this coin, right? So you can see here that, oops. I bought right here. I sold right here. I bought right here, I sold right here, and I rebought. And I think I have a little bit of cash left, so I might rebuy again. But I think I have a limit order set for right here. Um, I would like to rebuy on the CC, but that's going to be my game plan right now because I think we're in a bullish market. And if you look at things like D-Race, right, knowing that we're in a bull market, if I had stuck with buying, which I did like at point 0.8, I did sell this top. I bought back here, I sold back here, I bought back here, I sold back here. And like instead of fully exiting, I think my game plan for really bullish projects is going to start being like take that profit, reinvest a fair amount, but keep some profits to myself, sell, take that profit, and then like accumulate bigger bags while also so let's say you buy 1,000 units here, you sell 1,000 units, you buy 1,100 units, but you've still profited quite a lot of money. You sell 1,100 units, now you buy 1,200 units, and you still keep the profits, right? And then you just go from there. So if I were to guess, as a larger thing, this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and waiting for wave 4. Just move that right there. So yeah, very bullish still on all these gaming ones. You can see that in crypto right now, the things that are really exploding are all of the gaming coins. So let's see this. I think this is already invalidated as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 because this hit into wave 1. Yeah, but anyway, so I would just wait and watch IMX. Very bullish on this, but I basically only hold the free tokens that I got. QRDO has run its time. I actually sold at like $9, but I rebought I think at like $7. And I bought down here, sold up here, but I was playing with like 64 bucks, something super small. KDA has spent its time to really cool off. Maybe we watch it go to here, maybe. I don't know. It'd be a really good buying place. Would definitely be $14. Would be neat if it really comes down. I may even buy some if it comes down to $14. But like if you caught this early, then you're good. And you just take your profits up here. You don't get greedy and you get happy about it all. But like this type of chart is a bull run type of chart, right? It's not like you're gonna see this in a bear market. You will, but we're seeing it on so many coins that it's a lot. Hello, Arun. BitToken. BitToken had its 5-wave Elliott count, and now it's just retracing. I'm not skilled enough to do the retracement Elliott wave count. I'm learning Elliott wave right now, but we'll see what happens. Super Farm, still very bullish on. It pretty much already ran into exactly where I wanted it to go. I'm staking it, so I can't even sell mine. But, if I wanted to do this as a real trade, I would have definitely sold. Because this is, a huge win. But you can see we're kind of hovering up here, on this resistance. I would very much expect to see a very nice super, like a $3 super. Very, very much expect. Render is one of those tokens that like completely blew up, right? There was no stopping. It just kept pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping, and there was no letdown of it. So yeah, and you could even say like, oh, this is doing a bull flag, and then it pumps again for all we know. I don't know, but Look, I bought render at $1, sold it at like $1.50. I don't know, probably very stupid on my end, but some you win, some you lose. I wasn't super long term bullish on it, so that's why I sold out. But obviously, I made a mistake on that. Geez, Bitcoin's really, really screwing up here. It's ruining all the fun. So AVAX actually never hit the target that I would have sold at. Sadly, would have loved to have sold it at 150 to 164. I probably should have sold it at this TP zone, and this was my fault. I was looking for on a live I went over that I wanted to see it show a bearish divergence, but that never happened. And this is a big loss on a big bag of 20% that I could have had, but I guess I got greedy and I didn't take profits. Luna has surprised me in that it broke the channel that I was trading in for a long time, and it's trading at monthly, and it looks like it broke down through the monthly support. Next up would be this Fibonacci speed fan, the bottom of it, and then you'd see the weekly level. It's just like, man, I guess this just is gonna cool off before it runs again. I was really hoping we would do an ascending consolidation, which usually is a bearish thing, by the way. If you see something where it pumps and then it consolidates upwards, that's a really bad thing. It usually means that you're going to see it come down. Unfortunately, I just am so bullish that I am ignoring a lot of TA. So yeah, maybe good not to have too bullish of a bias sometimes. Yeah, ETH is just trading in the zone. Arweave, I think Crypto Banter has mentioned. Maybe we see it tap the point of control because it's already lost its Fibonacci, the CC and the Fibonacci, and this trend line is useless. So yeah, well, that's pretty much all I got. I'd really love to see some kind of crazy blow off top like this, right? I want to see one more because I'd like to really experience that. I really miss this. Jeez. I didn't get to experience some of these crazy blow off tops in crypto and back in January through March, and it'd be really cool if we see that. I would love to experience that because I'd love to sell. It is important to note that when it comes to taking profits, that sometimes you may miss this, but let's say you sell down here, but then let's say we bear market and it goes all the way like way down here, right? Are you going to regret selling here? But it means that you have to emotionally figure out how to deal with the fact that you see it continue to pump all the way up. So like with sand, right? I sold at like $3. And it's easy to be like, oh my god, like I sold too early and worry about that. But the reality is you'll never really catch the tops. It's just the way it works. You have to be happy with the gains you make and learn to take profits in a fierce way. I actually could have rebought way back down here and then rode this up and watched the velocity and the momentum. I'm very happy I sold at $3. That was pretty much the tops of what happened around here. I just forgot to look at it and reinvested that money. I was very wrong about this as well. I thought we would hit 3.2. That did not happen, sadly. And then we just blasted to no man's land. That's just wild. So yeah, the current narrative is definitely gaming tokens. You'll notice that the gaming tokens are the ones that are really skyrocketing And wow, this just blew past all levels. Um, wow. How much is that? That's like an insane gain. Yeah. So yeah, these gaming tokens are really just skyrocketing to no end. Anyway, one of my focuses is going to be looking more into games right now, just because for obvious reasons, like every game is really just blowing up. Thetan Arena did a big drop from the BNB pair because BNB went up and Thetan went down, and then now Thetan's going up and BNB is going down. But Thetan's at like crazy all-time highs. Gala Games is crazy. Jeez. 5x. Anyway, that's my TA look for today. I look at TA multiple times a day and just thought I'd go live to check out some TA. If anybody ever wants TA done, just request it in the Discord and I'll make sure to take a look at it. Woo Network, I really wish I charted this out earlier just because I would have seen that it did its 5-wave Elliott count, and it did it very, very, very nicely, where you see like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now it's in for a retracement. But I sadly just kept buying rather than sell at the top, which I really should have, but I didn't even look at the TA. I would say that the first level to buy is definitely where we're at now, and the second would be at 92 cents. And if we come back lower, it would definitely be 74 cents, but this would probably be a wick down more than anything. Rose was actually called by a fellow member. It was also mentioned by Elio Trades as well. Maybe we see some kind of like up and down movement so it touches back down on this daily level before it goes back up. But yeah, that's a blockchain, by the way. Anyway, we're back to Bitcoin. If you just look at this chart from a zoomed out perspective, like to me, it's still very bullish. The only time I'm gonna get bearish is if we start not pushing with strong force above key levels, right? Like this monthly level. I know the chart's a little bit messy right now. If we don't push with, power this monthly level and then the CC and then the stronger 73K level, then I'm going to feel a little bit bearish. And not even bearish, but I'm going to think we're more in a super cycle type of thing. But if we hit here and we hit it slowly, like it's not with volume and power, I'm just going to be selling quite a lot of stuff just in case. I won't sell everything, but just in case, I'm going to sell. I would love to see Cryo Wars actually come down. That way I can be like, oh, my TA worked. But who knows. Alrighty, thanks guys for watching. I'm just going to take one final look at Cryo Wars. Oh, nope. Looks like it wants a pump. Again, you'll never sell tops. It's not easy to. I would just always learn to take profits and understand, like, if you want to sell just for the sake of rebuying lower, or if you're wanting to just take profits and sell.